Hey, my friends, it's John, and if there is a calling on your life, and God is putting a calling in your life in the areas of ministry, in Bible education, in leadership or counseling or business, you got to surround yourself with the best people and the people that are going to be on that mission aligned with you. And Lancaster Bible College, the people there are going to be doing that for you. Lancaster Bible College, Capital Seminary and Graduate School offers degrees in ministry, in Bible, in divinity, leadership, counseling, and business. And they're taught by caring professors that are invested in you. Regardless if you're considering a bachelor's degree, a seminary or graduate degree, LBC Capital's Washington, D.C. location may be your perfect fit. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to working around your busy schedule. They've got evening and online classes to help you with that. As one of the premier Bible colleges in the nation, Lancaster Bible College educates Christian students to think and live a biblical worldview and to proclaim Christ by serving him in the church and society. Connect with LBC Capital Washington, D.C. today at lbc.edu/DC, or just check out the link in the episode notes. Whether you meant it or not, you're in the right place. This is the Versed Podcast. My name is John. Thanks for joining me in this daily pursuit to become more perceptive to what the Bible says. Today, we're going to read and study and reflect on John chapter 16, verse 33. Let's do it. When you're in the middle of a trying time in your life, all you want and all you crave for is peace. And the way I think of peace is in terms of rest. My peace is this imagined place of sitting back in a comfortable chair with my feet up. The tension in my core muscles and neck is released because I've trusted the chair to support me. I picture I'm on this beautiful wraparound porch as the warm breeze of spring blows through the open windows and the aroma of fresh new blooms fill the air. My mind is at peace. That's me, personally. And when you're going through difficulties, that is what you long for. I've realized that what I've been describing, though, is earthly peace. The dictionary defines peace as a state of tranquility or quiet, being calm. But peace in the Bible is different. It's more than just the absence of conflict or a state of rest. And I'm going to share with you today what I've been learning about biblical peace. We're going to read a popular verse from the book of John, words from the mouth of Jesus, but I want to provide some biblical context before we dive in. We do this every episode, but I want to provide biblical context on the word peace before we actually hear Jesus speak about it. The word peace appears 237 times in the Old Testament and first appears in Genesis chapter 15, verse 15 as the word shalom in Hebrew, which means completeness, soundness, to make amends. It was often used in terms of making restitution. Having shalom means being in a state of wholeness without any deficiency or lacking. You've probably heard it in Jewish culture as people using it as a greeting, shalom, may you be well, or farewell with peace. The word peace in the New Testament is from the Greek word eirene, E-I-R-E-N-E. I probably botched that pronunciation. I tried, though. The Greek word eirene means quietness or rest or to join and to tie together, to make whole. It really means unity, to bring back together what has been separated, and appears 91 times in the New Testament. Fun fact, by the way, the English word serene, which means to be calm, which means to be peaceful, actually comes from that root word Irene or Irene. It's been used as people's names before as well. So with that context, let's listen to the words of Jesus from John chapter 16, verse 33. I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. Peace is more than serenity and the absence of crisis. The peace that Jesus is talking about is something that only he can give. And it's something that you can only experience when you are in crisis. We can only know true peace if we experience true conflict, trials and hardships and pain. A Christian's peace is found in his or her connection to Jesus Christ based on his word, what we just read. No matter what suffering you endure in this life, Jesus is calling you to be courageous. How can you have courage in the middle of your despair? How can you have a defiant or tenacious faith? How can you face your pain and your fear and your storm? Jesus just gave the answer. I have conquered the world. Regardless of how the world and sin beat you down, you have a reason to live with a bold faith because Jesus is king over the world. He has defeated sin, buried death. And if you are a believer in him, your eternity is secure. Only Jesus can give true shalom, irene, peace, wholeness, completeness, restitution, unity, bringing back together what has been broken, quietness, and rest. He did that through his life, his death, and resurrection. Our Redeemer, our Prince of Peace. And I hope that that truth radically changes your perspective as you face your obstacles today. Every podcast will take about a minute or so with the music rolling to reflect on that. If you'd like to pray, if you'd like to be still or meditate, whatever you'd like to do, I do encourage you to take this time and be intentional with it. Wherever you're going today, however you're listening, whatever's going on, hit pause right now and spend some time with God, and then we'll come back on the other side. As always, thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. I don't take it for granted that out of all the things you could be listening to or spending your time with, that you've chosen to spend it with the Verse podcast is pretty amazing. And I hope you are continuing to find hope and encouragement as we explore the Bible and study the Bible and reflect on what was revealed together. Awesome. I've got more resources for you. The resources that I use actually to study on my own that I put this podcast together with, those are linked in the show notes, as well as a link to ask any questions you have. My social media is there as well, so I encourage you to check that out. If you wouldn't mind, if you got a couple more minutes, leave a rating and a review on the podcast. That helps more people discover it and lets me know what you think of it. So would love if you did that. Until we're together again, make hope louder today. I'll see you.